and welcome to Divine Designer. For today's episode, we have a very special guest. Please give a warm welcome to Paul Tazewell. Hi! Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm excellent. I love the dress.
Oh, thank you. I love the shirt.
Oh, it's new. Thank you.
So, let's go straight into it. Tell us about the play, Jesus Christ Superstar.
You see, everyone always asks me about that play. It's very well known. Well, Shahana, let me first start off with, it's a rock opera, which is strange for a play about Jesus Christ, but it goes well with what's happening in the show. So, the plot of this play is, it's a retelling of the last 7 days of Jesus Christ's life before he's crucified. And the story mainly centers around a character named Judas. And he's a tragic character who's disappointed with where Jesus Christ is leading his disciples. This play first came out in 1970, and like I said before, I watched it as a young boy. Please don't do the math of my age. So this play has been an icon in any viewing. Any person can enjoy this, whether you be a person who enjoys looking at the scenery or a person who enjoys Jesus Christ. So,
Or your costumes.
or my costumes, thank you. This play is filled with a lot of wonderful musical numbers. Two main ones being What's the Buzz and Mystified. And with the director's concept of what he wanted with the technical aspect of, you know, the lighting and the jazz hands and all of that, it just flows so perfectly and just gives you a good taste in your mouth. Okay. As a designer, I spoke directly to the director, and he was explaining to me how he wanted a more futuristic look to the play, but of course going along with the biblical story behind it. As I spoke with the director, I had to think about what kind of designs do I want to do for this? Do I want the old wishy-washy colors like they had back in biblical time, or do I want bright, wonderful colors like Lady Gaga? So I looked at Lady Gaga, I looked at Rihanna, of course, with her S&M video, and I looked at, of course, the one and only, what's her name? Madonna, yes. Oh, I hope she doesn't kill me about that later. We have a lunch date. Well, so I thought of them, and for a specific design of mine, one of the prostitutes in the play, she has this wonderful outfit full of spikes, like, you know, the spiked shoulder pads.
What inspired you to do that outfit?
Oh, just looking at Rihanna on stage when she was doing that song S&M, and she was the dominatrix. It was just perfect for the concept of a whore. I mean, look at it. It's perfect.
So, Mr. Tazewell.
Call me Paul.
All right, Paul, how did this play impact your career?
Oh, this play, it opened so many doors for me. It's one of the most mentioned and well-known plays that I've designed for, really. I remember watching it as a 7-year-old boy. So, of course, I'm sure there's many people out there of all sorts of ages, whether they be, well, my older age or your younger age. Anyone can relate, so it's opened so many things for me.
I've heard about this play everywhere, even watching, me and my Korean dramas. You hear about Jesus Christ Superstar.
Really?
Oh my God! Jesus Christ the Superstar, okay?
Another play you designed costumes for was A Raisin in the Sun. Can you please elaborate more on that play?
Well, the plot of that play is about a black family who's not well off when it comes to their living arrangements. They live in, well, the ghetto pretty much, and they have to share a bathroom with a whole apartment building full of people. And, well, the play centers around dreams.
Dreams? What type of dreams?
Well, for example, let's take Mama. Mama was an older woman who worked most of her life to get things for her family, like a good place to sleep and food every day. So Mama's dream was to have a good home. So everyone had a room, everyone could use their own, not their own bathroom, but I mean just the family sharing, obviously. And she wanted to live in a nice neighborhood and not worry that her grandson is going to get mugged down the street.
The American dream.
Yeah. And then we have Benita, who's the mama's daughter. Her dream was she wanted to find who she really was, not just some girl who wants to be a doctor, which she does, but she mostly wants to see who she really is.
Can you tell us more of the costume designs and concepts and how you got those?
Oh yes. Well, let's take Mama again. She was one of the most simple characters to design for, because you can't really stir off. You can't give her a fur coat when she's a poor woman. So I gave her a normal plain like dress because she was a working gal. She was a servant for a white family and took care of their children. So she didn't really need much detail in it. But then we have Benita, which I personally loved her outfit the most. She had this garment. It was African, beautiful colors, vibrant, and she had this head wrap that it didn't necessarily match the garment she was wearing, but you could see the artistic style I took on it.
So Paul, do you think this play impacted people?
Oh yes, I just looking at the play, it was a simple set design, not much, a simple home and a simple new home. But when you look at it, it was created by an African American woman, and it was the first play made by an African American woman on Broadway. First ever. And I mean, sad to hear that she passed away only at the age of 37. But still, what she did for people, she opened up the eyes of millions of people who were racist. She made a black family seem relatable to white families. She showed normal problems, normal children being children, and normal husbands being husbands, especially for women back in that time. The mother Ruth, the daughter-in-law of Mama, she listened to her husband day after day, to him complaining that he wanted more money. He wanted a better living situation. He wants his mom to give him money. Many women can relate to that, especially in that time period. Women were, you're just something pretty to look at. So I think it impacted a lot of people.
Well, Paul, thank you for being on the show, but that concludes this episode of Divine Design.
Hey, we done. We just all finished that part.